All right, Maze, I got us on a timer.
Yep.
So that we can be respectful of all of the viewers out there. Point to your camera, Maze. You got that one, right?
All of y'all.
All of you guys. All right, we got an hour today of absolute heat. All right, I got my guy Maezi here, owner, operator, founder of Buddies.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to get into that a little
Buddies
bit.
Juice Bar.
But you have a question for me, you said?
Yeah. It'll help open up some other questions. Like I was out in Nashville this weekend, and
Yes.
you had went to an event.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
So you invited me, and unfortunately
I know,
was out
I
of
did.
town. Well, I kind of heard about it, and I was like, dang, I kind of want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, can you just kind of tell me about how it was and what is it exactly?
Yeah, so the event's awesome. It's called Meet in the Wild, and it's put on by a couple awesome people. The one connection that we have is our buddy Tyler, who we run with. And we went to, me and our good buddy DC, we went to one of these events last weekend, and it's a really cool setup. They basically have, it was like maybe 25 women that are single women from St. Pete and Tampa, and then there was probably 15 guys. So the ratio is very good ratio. And the way that it works is it's pretty simple concept. There's like 5-minute conversations that you have with each of the women, and all of the tables are numbered, and then you just go 1 to 1 to 1. And I have told my buddy Ty, I've told a lot of guys, I said, I think that more men should just do this just to get the reps in of being comfortable talking to women.
Yeah.
You're not hitting on them, right?
Yeah.
The whole time, nobody's really hitting on each other. You're just kind of getting to know one another, right? You're having conversation, and it's awesome. Like, I just generally love it because I really enjoy talking to people. I enjoy listening, and I think it's important for men, especially today, because most guys are on their phone, right? We're just power swiping on Hinge and Tinder, and so I think it's an awesome event to get guys out into the wild, literally.
Nah, definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely scared of cute girls, so that sounds like something that would help me.
Well, you would have been frightened then. There were plenty of beautiful women.
Shaking.
It was awesome. It was a great night, and our buddy DC had some fun. We all had some drinks, and it was like a nice after party, and it was just a great event. It was really cool.
They had the liquid courage there too. Yeah,
we had the liquid
probably
courage.
Was great.
We had the liquid courage. One of the things that was funny was the guys before we actually met the women. A couple of the guys, we were all talking, and some of like the guys who had never been to these events before, they were like, what are you gonna say to the chicks like when you talk to them? I'm like, dude, whatever is on my heart,
hey,
like whatever I'm feeling. And they're like, you don't have like planned lines. I'm like, no way, dude. I was like, go in there, be yourself, unscripted, and let the women fall in love with the authentic you, and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Right. I think we can just get so caught up in what's the perfect thing to say. How do I get this woman to like me? It's like, dude, just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And they will respect that, and that's what they'll be attracted to.
Yeah. Well, I got a question for you.
Okay.
If you did have one pickup line, drop it for him. Like, what would your pickup line be? Like,
dude, I mean, frankly, I really never use pickup lines. Yet the one line that I did feel like I asked a lot was what they actually thought of the event. Right? Like, I was curious about why they were coming to the event. What were their thoughts so far? Some of the women are like, this is awesome. Like, I love just talking to guys and getting to meet new guys.
Yeah.
Some women are like, I will never do this again. Like, this is totally out of their comfort zone. And it's like, I got it. Right. And when I got that response, I was like, really? I was like, tell me why you don't like it. Right. And so then you like immediately kind of leaned into what they actually wanted to talk about or where their mind was.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds fun. I definitely got to get the one.
You definitely do. You'll have a little fun. You'll get your heart broken.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we were talking earlier about our boy Levon, and we were trying to remember what he asked us. Shout out Levon. All right. Shout out Levon. Levon's one of our homies from Run Club. And long story short, we did a run at Hyde Park. And at the end, we have like these deep conversations after Run Club.
Yeah.
Well, why is that?
It's the runner's high. You get done, you just break the world record every single time you run, and you're just on a high.
And then you're just on a high, right?
Tell me why.
They're like, tell me why I feel like this. Levon asked us about happiness.
Yeah.
Any idea, again, what that question was?
Still not for sure. Don't know verbatim, but it was just sort of like, what makes you happy, or why are you happy, or how are you happy, or something like that. And I don't know verbatim the who, what, why, or anything, but yeah, you could lead into like, yeah.
I remember a couple minutes ago when we were talking off camera, you were talking about like time and energy. And in my head, sometimes, like, I believe in energy, yet sometimes I'm kind of like, where the fuck is it?
Yeah.
like I really want to see it,
Yeah.
or I want to feel something. And I do know that sometimes, like, when I'm super grateful, I kind of, like, you almost get emotional, right? You get that feeling, that frequency through your body. So what are your thoughts about, like, this happiness and energy type of connection?
It's just like being in sports and being from where I'm from. It's like, I'm from West Virginia. It's one of the most obese, uneducated states. Winters, you don't see the sun for 4 or 5 months.
That sounds
so it's
horrible.
like,
That's like Rochester too.
That energy is super low, and it's like down here, it's definitely a better energy. Like it's almost hard to kind of be mad or like have a bad day. Like that's I've been here 11 months now, and it's like it's still hard to have a bad day. Like you have to choose to have a bad day or something, because the sun's shining. Even the rainy days, like I'm grateful for those, because it's like boom. It's like, why is the sun always that happy? But yeah, it's like choosing what type of day you're gonna have, and it's I forget the question you asked me.
The energy and
happiness about
connection.
that. Yeah, no, and then just
you got so deep into we got so deep so quick.
Being and like being in sport energy, like if you're having 2-3 losing games, it's like the energy's down, and it's like there's like we call them energy vampires. Don't be an energy vampire, because it's like we could sit in here and complain about probably 1,000 things, but we're gonna sit and talk about all the good things that are going. But is there things we can complain about? Hell yeah, probably. But we're not gonna give the time or the energy for that. But we easily could. Like, I know getting on calls with people, it's like people that you touch up with, that there might be like complaining, venting, and things like that. And it's like, imagine calling someone 10 times, and it's like 9 of those times they're venting and it's bad energy. And it's like, I mean, that's personal experience. Like calling people back home, I know it's not the happiest place and stuff like that. So it's not like, oh, hey, blah, 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 I did this, I did that. It's more of like, tell me why this happened. Tell me why this happened. So that energy is real, and it's like, how was your day? Like, you can be honest, but like, what's going good for you?
Yeah.
Find 3 things to be grateful for, and then tell me something that.
So why do you think then, like if you put 2 people in the same environment, why is it that one person could be happy and one person could be sad?
I think there's there would be a lot that goes into it. It's like, all right, if it's 2 12-year-olds and it's like their upbringing or anything like that, it's like their it's like if you, like the people here are coming probably for all the same reasons. It's a lot of entrepreneurs. It's a lot of young people. I never ran before I came down here. Yeah. So it's like, take 2 non-runners. Why do they run when they get here? Because it's here. So it's like, you ask, why would one person be sad, one person would be happy? And to be honest, I don't know that, but that happy person, I would much rather see like that sad person have effects on the happy person than the happy person or sad person have effects on the bad or the unhappy person or whatever it is. But it's like they can choose which either way to go, those 2 people, and it's like there's an energy vampire and there's a good energy. You can choose, like it's almost choosing what you want to be. Like, I know there's a lot of things you can't control, but controlling the things you can control, it's like there are far things to worry about. Like, I remember driving on the bridge over here. I'm like, wow, life is good. I'm driving.
Dude, I thought the same thing.
I'm like,
it's weird you said that.
Yeah.
Man. I thought the exact same thing when I was driving. The sun was setting, and I was like, we're driving to go do a podcast in St. Pete, Friday. And just with a dude I love, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Yeah. And on a Friday, like, so cool.
Do I have things I can complain about? Hell yeah. But
yeah, so do I. I got right. You can find them.
I'm driving, literally. I worked for myself today. I chose what type of day I was going to have. I spend time consciously, and however I want to be in 5 to 10 years from now, I feel like I lived like it. Like, those are my rules. It's like, you got to choose what type of day you're going to have. I had a damn good day. Do I have things I can complain about? Hell yeah, but I had a great day. Number 2, I spent my time wisely. I was conscious of it, I can get a whole lot better. And it sucks being like conscious of your time. It's like if you spend that 20 minutes, it's like, oh my gosh, that shit's gone.
Yeah.
And it's 20 minutes goes a long way. Like if you do that shit 7 times in a day, what's that? 2 hours and 20 minutes? That's just gone.
It's gone.
And that's 10. And if you go to sleep for 8, that's 10 of the 24 hours. If you just spend 20 minutes on your phone 7 times.
You know, I think you mentioned something really, really important that I think a lot of, I mean, at least just from like the young men that we work with, one of the biggest things I notice is that they live a lot of their life unconsciously. They're very unconscious of where their time is going. And it might be video games, it might be social media, just being on their phone or on the internet. And one of the things that I often hear is, I want to be more organized, or I want to feel like I do have more control. And the first thing I think of is, where does your time go? Right? Because can I control my time? I can control my priorities, and I can control where I put effort into my day. I can control if I pick my phone up, right? Or play the video game, or eat the pizza, or drink the soda, right? These are things that I have a ton of control over. So I think actually exercising the things that you do have control over is a very important thing to your mental health, right? The way you feel, your happiness, because one of the things you said was, I can find things to complain about. 100%. It's hot as shit outside, right? Yeah. It's super hot, right? It's hot in here right now,
yeah, I don't,
right?
Yeah. I hate hearing people say they're too hot or they're too cold. I'm like, no, you're not.
Right, life's pretty good, right? Life's fine.
You're okay.
And, right, we can find things to complain about, and we can find things that are just beautiful, right? Like the sunset, right? Driving over here. It's like, man, that was beautiful. So is there, like, do you have any strategies where it's like, here's what I use to just focus on the good things? Now, having said that, yes, there will be some complaining things, some tough things.
I would say, so like personally, it's like switching stuff around. So it's like, boom, I know I want to go to bed at a certain time every night, or be in bed by this time, or just be comfortable in my apartment. It's like that time is getting shorter and shorter. So it's like switching the 20 to 30 minute car drives with music and to something that you can listen to worth your while, like whatever you want to learn. Like I listen to some of the most random stuff, informational stuff, and it's like spending that 30 minutes. If you go somewhere, you're going to go back. That's an hour of your day that you spent listening to something that's worth your while, rather than music. I listen to music too still. Like it's not like I'm like, cut out music. But if you want to be conscious of your time, you'll switch that. It's like if you don't have time to read that book that you want to read, boom, switch it to a video. You can find anything on the internet.
Or an audio book type of thing, right?
Everything is at your fingertips. It's on your phone. So switching that stuff around, and it's like, I mean, being an entrepreneur life, it's like I choose what I want to do, like more than maybe like if I worked a job, like I don't have to go clock in somewhere for 12 hours. Like I've lived that life, and it was like, that's the shit that was out of my control. So it's like, I've lived it. I've had times where it's like, yeah, them 12-hour days, and just becoming conscious of it. Like I just spent 12 and a half hours working in a factory, and then I got to go sleep for 8. That's what, 20 hours or something?
Dude, and that hits hard.
And it's like, how do I get out of this?
Right? like the majority of my life now is going to this job.
Yes.
And like, that's stressful. Now you feel out of control. And you feel a loss of agency.
So, and then I had to find out of those 12 and a half hours to be like, I mean, just realizing like that's over half my day, and I have to sleep. I still have to eat, shower. And then that's when I switched the music to the videos or listening to things. It's like, all right, control what I can control, and buy my time back as quick as I can possible. Like I couldn't just quit the job immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was literally probably, I was actually working at a factory. What's today, Friday? I was probably getting ready to go work at a factory for 12 and a half hours a year ago today.
Dude, well, congratulations.
And now, yeah.
And I want to caveat this with, I don't want to bash the corporate life, right? Or working in the factory, right? Because I think depending upon who you are, what you want, what you value, I always say if you value security, right, maybe corporate life is more for you. If you value freedom, maybe entrepreneur life is more for you.
Yeah.
There isn't a right answer. It's just what works for you.
Yeah.
I can remember when I worked in Rochester, New York, I was in marketing and graphic design, and I think at the time I was maybe making $18 to $20 an hour or so. And I remember I'd work a full day, and after taxes and everything, it was like $116 that like I took home.
Thought about that too. I was like,
right, like full day. And then I remember the first time I started working with coaching and mental fitness, and the first one-on-one guy that I worked with when I was 24 years old, it was $175 for an hour. And I said, oh my God. Right? Like you immediately, your brain gets like bent. And I'm still trying to figure out like, what are the most leveraged activities, especially from an entrepreneurial perspective, where my time is the most valuable.
Yeah.
Right. So, and this is something that I wanted to dive in with you because you recently just opened Buddies.
Yeah.
Right. So tell us a little bit about what's going on with that.
Boom. I'm working. Well, yeah, I'm owning a juice bar connected to a gym called Diesel Optimization. And right now I have a helper, Isaiah. He's the best, man. He comes in whenever I have to do things and things like that. So it's like a blessing. But it's like I feel... I was thinking about it. It was like, is it exactly where I want it to be? No, but like I can see the vision for it, and like I look at it every day. I have it on my mirror. I have Buddies is a 9-figure plus company, so it's like it's gonna be that one day. Heard it here first.
Amen.
Well, yeah, you did hear it here first, but
yeah.
I look at it every day, and I see the vision, and it's just more of like doing the things every single day, laying not just a brick, laying 5 bricks a day, 10, 20, whatever I need to do. And not every day is good, but I'm grateful, and I'm having way more good days than I am bad days. So it's like I started a fire with wet leaves, wet sticks. Like I had never owned a business. Like I don't have any family members that are business. I started this on my own credit. It's like, boom, I jumped into the deepest end possible head first and swimming.
And you're swimming.
So, yeah. So it's like there's no complaints. It's super fun. I love the process.
Yeah.
Like it's like.
You think it's fun?
I do. It's
Dude,
weird. It's
you're
like,
sick. You're disgusting.
It's like choosing your stress. Like if I'm going to choose anything, like, well, I'm like choosing my stress. It's like, boom.
Choose your heart. Choose your heart. It's a poem. There's a poem called "Choose Your Heart," which is essentially. I'll let you keep going.
And it's not. It's like that's where it goes back to complaining. I hate complaining. I have nothing bad to complain about. It's like all the things that I can find that I could like bring up that could be a problem is not a problem. I'll acknowledge that it's a problem, but it's not unsolvable. Yeah, it's a good problem. It's putting all the pieces together, and it's like a puzzle. It's like good stress. It's like getting it done. Yeah, I have a 10 million piece puzzle when I'm putting the pieces together. Hell yeah, it might feel a little weird, but it don't look fun. But once you build it, once this 10 million piece puzzle is done, and I'll be able to take a step back and look at it, I'll be like, that's why I chose to do it. So I'm not looking at it in terms of like, wow, I have 10 million pieces. I'm looking at it like, this shit's going to look amazing when it's done. Putting one little piece together at a time. Yeah.
That's what makes it cool, though, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes it. Ed Milet. You know who Ed Milet is?
Nope.
He wrote the book The Power of One More, and awesome mentor, coach, entrepreneur, speaker. He had this line that said, "It's the uncertainty that makes it worth it." And when I heard that line, every single thing that I was doing was uncertain. Right? Starting a business is just a big old fat punch in the face of uncertainty.
Yeah.
And all you're literally doing is just trying to manage uncertainty along the way. You're testing different shakes or different juices. I'm testing different marketing ideas or content.
Yeah.
You're constantly testing things because you're basically creating the path. And the uncertainty that makes it worth it is if all of this was guaranteed to work, it wouldn't be that as cool.
Yeah.
Right? It's the fact that this all could fall apart. And that's why there's a thrill to it. That's why there's a rush to it. I always said, like, would you watch a sports game? Like, would you watch a replay of a sports game that you already knew the exact outcome to? right? No, I kind of want to watch because I don't know who's going to win. That's the whole point. Which is difficult at times because when you're in the uncertainty, you're like, I just wish this would freaking work.
Yeah, the certainty just does sound amazing.
It
like,
does. It does.
Amazing.
It's so
like,
so beautiful.
Knowing things is amazing, but also like it's just it's fun and every day like with the uncertainty, things are new. Like it's like if I worked a job every single day, I know exactly what I'm be walking in and doing every single day. Boom. When I was working at factory, hey. Traumatizing. I loved it though. No, I didn't love it. 12 and a half hours. I knew exactly what I was going to be doing.
That's some time in the factory, dude.
Man, no windows, no nothing. Just
oh my goodness.
And the pick mod. Shout out to the pick mod, man. But going in there, I knew what I was going to be doing 12 and a half hours a day. So I still made it fun because I choose what type of day I'm going to have. Like I wasn't in there dragging my ass and stuff. But and people in there were like, oh, how are you so happy? Blah, blah. I'm like, why not?
Yeah. Well, and there's a little ode to your happiness. I remember when I was younger, so my father's in real estate, and he told me when I was younger, he said, don't trade your dollars for hours. And because you get locked into a certain system. And I remember going like with him on real estate appointments when I was a really young kid all the way to when I actually did like kind of like an internship with him and seeing like his commission checks on certain sales and things like that, and thinking to myself, yes, he worked hard for this. Yes, I saw the hours he put in at the office and things like that, yet there is no hourly wage for this. Yeah. Right? And so that's where I think you can leverage your skills. Like, and this is one of the things that I talk to a lot of the guys about, where it's like, what are the skills that you have? Like, why would I want you on my team? Yeah. Like, what are you bringing to the table type of thing? And Alex Hermosi, you know Alex Hermosi, right? Yeah. I think he talked about developing income generating skills, right? What are those skills that are eventually going to generate you an income, right? Because at the end of the day, we do need to make a little bit of income, right? We do have to do this. So what would you say to a 20-year-old guy who's listening to this right now, 20-year-old guy who's listening to this, expert business advice from this guy? He wants to start a business. What's his first step?
First step is taking the action. Like, you got to know what you want to do. You got to be able to enjoy it. Like, let me talk to you. Yeah, I'm not looking at the camera. You got to be able to, it got to be something you can enjoy. Mm-hmm. And it's like, there's no blueprint for it. Like, I did not have a blueprint to be like, all right, this is exactly what I'm going to do. Like, I filed a trucking LLC. I was like, since I'm working 12 and a half hours, I'll drive a truck for 12 and a half hours if I'm going to do something. It'll be for myself. So it's like, I don't love driving. I don't like driving at all. So it was like, all right, I'm not going to do that. So I would say choose something that you would be able to do, and like it's going to take over. It has to be, oh my gosh, I can't think about it. I'm going to have to cut this part out. So
no, this is raw. Yeah. We're going raw. This is what, actually, this is great. This is what starting a business feels like. Yeah. You think you have these ideas.
I'm like, God, what do you want to do to start a business? It was more of the choosing what type of day I'm going to have. Like, I just wanted to work for myself. Yeah. And it's like, I had the experience with a juice bar. I could speak on my experience. It's like, boom, I worked at a juice bar. It was a fun environment to be in. It's healthy. It was fun to talk about. It was fun to learn about. And it's like, boom, how can I scale that and make it to my own? And I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. There's not many ways you can remake a strawberry banana smoothie. So it's like, what do I enjoy most about it? And it's ever changing. Like, every day it's literally something new. So it's like, boom, I'm in there. I'm becoming knowledgeable about health and wellness, and it's not like I went to school for it. Just becoming more health conscious, being able to explain it to people. And it's like, look, I'm not reinventing the wheel. This is strawberries, bananas, and apple juice. So it's like, boom, getting people to that. I'm not even answering the question.
No, you're explaining how to start the business. Yeah, right. Yeah. Having that idea and going into it.
Yeah, and I mean, starting the business, it's literally just taking the action, because this dream or vision could have died with me, but it all started on a sheet of paper, and it, like...
On a sheet of paper?
Started on a sheet of paper.
How? Tell that story.
me and my little brother were just sitting in the kitchen. He's clowning me for working in the factory. I'm in there mad.
That damn factory.
Yeah.
Actually, you should be grateful for the fact, right?
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
grateful for the
That's
factory.
what I mean. It's part
yeah,
of it.
dude.
Boom. So, boom. We're sitting in the kitchen. I'm getting made fun of for working in a factory by my little brother. Meanwhile, I'm a college graduate. I did all that. So, it's like, boom, we're doing that. And then I'm like, man, boom, drew a circle. And it started as like Buddy's Nutrition, Buddy's Calf, Buddy's Superfood Calf. Boom, drew a line. Branch it off. What can it do? I could have my own distribution center one day. I could have my own candies. I could have my own storefronts. Boom, boom. And then you just branch those off. Starts with a lot of word vomit. Just throw up every idea you have onto a sheet of paper. Trim off the fat. Keep those ideas. They're not gone, but it's boiled down to my first step is going to be opening a location. That's what I know. That's what I can do. That's what it all boiled down to. So if you're going to start a business, take all your thoughts, throw it down, look at it, trim off the fat, and then the next step is action, because it will not work if you don't. Because this could have stayed on that sheet of paper. It could have stayed in my laptop, all these menu items. And it's funny, there's a lot of graveyards where I'm from. I don't see them down here actually, but it's like driving by them. I'm like, damn, I wonder how many people had an idea, and it's right there, and they didn't do it.
That's a deep ass thing to think about when you drive by a graveyard.
Yeah,
dude.
It's just looking at it, it's like, damn, they. I wonder how many people actually did what they wanted to do. So it was like,
we're gonna get a little deep here.
Yeah, just. That I did not want to let my ideas die. And I'm telling you, I mean, you probably think about it too. The entrepreneurial mind, you think about 8 million things in a day.
Oh,
I love it. It's a curse, cursed with a blessing. Yeah. It's like thinking about everything, and it's like, boom, 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 boom.
That's our ability to focus, right? I think a lot of our success as entrepreneurs boils down to our ability to focus on one thing for a really long time.
Yeah.
And Hormozi talks about the red dress syndrome, where you start to do something and it doesn't necessarily go exactly how you thought it was going to go. Like, no shit, of course. It's the first time you're doing it. And then it gets boring and it gets hard and it gets monotonous. And then you see like something else over here and you go to that, and that's called like the red dress syndrome. And then you just repeat this cycle and you never actually get anything done, when if you would have just stuck with that first thing for 5 to 10 years, right? And that's the one thing that, like, if somebody was to be starting a business, I would say, think of this in like tens of like, hey, this is going to be like a 10-year project to start. Yeah. And then it's going to be like a 20-year project, and then like a 30-year project. And that's the thing where I think a lot of people are younger people who are starting businesses. And I'm still in that time, in that mindset of, okay, Deej, like, relax, right? Yes, our parent company was founded in 2020, so we're 5 years in, yet it was 3 years of planning prior, so we're kind of like 8 years in. Yet I started the Be That Guy program in August of last year, essentially. Yeah. So I'm like so pre to it.
And I think that's the beauty of it too. It's like nothing is there's no rules. Like you have those
infinite
timelines.
Game, baby.
Yeah. It's the freedom of it.
Exactly.
So it's like, I was like, boom, I have this spot. I've had it for 3 months and it's going extremely well. It's like, the hardest thing is I had no brand, no nothing. I moved to Tampa 7 months ago when I opened it up. So it's like, I don't even know a ton of people besides when I go run and things like that. It's like, boom, I'm starting a juice bar. The hardest thing is getting people in the door. Luckily, I'm connected to a gym. So
that's an awesome
that helps a whole lot. Selling protein shakes and things like that, and it's good product. Like, I value the wellness, health and wellness aspect of it. Like, I don't want to bullshit it. There no syrups in my
no syrups in there. Guys. Only healthy stuff.
But yeah, I value that, and it's a good thing. And integrity and honesty is also, before I forget about that, integrity is a huge thing in the business world, because being honest, like, nobody wants to deal with no one who is not honest, and it'll all come back one day. So, yeah.
You know what? That's a really interesting point, because one of the first things I felt when I met you was I could trust you.
I hope so.
And I didn't know why. like I had just met you and I was like, I feel like I can trust him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's something, like if you're listening to this, think about people in your life that you've met. It's like, oh, I feel like I can trust that person, like initially. And I think one of the things that came up in my head was buddies, like you mentioned it, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's hundreds of juice bars and smoothies out there.
Yeah.
But buddies is going to be successful because of you.
Yeah.
Right? The human element to it. Right? When you walk in the door and Maezi goes, hey, right? And he says hi, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel loved here. Right? I feel seen. I feel valued.
Yeah.
Right? It's those little things that I think end up compounding over a really long 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And then you have all these locations, and it's like, yeah, it was because we built a culture around integrity, right? Or kindness and love.
Yeah. And like, I mean, you've even come to events. Like, my big thing is the community presence. Like, it's like, I don't spend money on Instagram. I don't buy social media things and things like that. What I do is I get my juices, I make them, and I go out somewhere and sample them.
That was an awesome event too, by the way. That was sick.
You know?
We were partying with all these people, and we got put to work a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome.
I got free labor.
Free labor that day.
You know? But yeah, no, like community presence is what I'm going to build the base of the business off of. No matter where they are, it's going to be tied into the community where it's at. That's what I kind of want to keep with it, and I don't want it to lose that because it's like it's the foundation of it, and it's what's building it, the community presence, the integrity of it, and the health and wellness aspect, staying true, not adding bullshit just because it's out there. Like, get back to the raw foods and my ingredients. Like, my shakes have 3 ingredients, and it's either the frozen fruit or something like that. Like, I don't want it to have all the syrups. I don't want it to have like the beautiful stuff in it. Just the raw goods.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Hey, and it's actually good. I don't mean it like actually, but people love it.
When's the next event or like event that you're doing?
Sunday, I'll be sampling at another apartment complex.
Another apartment complex.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just trying to keep doing those, and yeah.
I love that. So you're all right. So you have a big background of health then. I didn't realize that.
Not really.
Well, like, did you say you studied health in? You like went to school for health and nutrition?
No.
Oh, I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah, no, I went to school actually for athletic coaching, sports psychology, and sociology.
Oh yeah, it's basically health and nutrition.
But like just becoming health conscious over the years, you probably can thank the Yuka app. It was funny, like just scanning and seeing what I was eating, what I was putting in my body, on my body, just small things like that. And it's like, I don't need all that. Like,
dude, that was the one thing that like when I was in my early 20s, I was struggling a lot mentally with stress and with anxiety and trying to find my purpose and some bad habits that I don't believe in a lot of. And I felt lost. And one of the things that really, really helped me was starting to get very serious about my health, like exercise, nutrition, sleep, water intake. That stuff was like, I think people think about it as like it's the physical result, right? Like, hey, I'm going to look good if I exercise or if I eat a certain way. And it's like, yes, that is a byproduct of it. Yet I think it's more mental and the way that I feel and the fact that I did the hard thing for me personally, like that's the effect that I actually love the most. Yeah. What about you?
I mean, it's nothing. Like, I don't think it should be something that's made like a huge thing, like being healthy. I feel like it's like, I mean, down here is definitely a healthy environment, but I know
it's incredible, dude.
From back home, it's like if you have like a healthy diet, people are like, who are you trying to impress? Sorry, I'm just trying to live long.
Right? We get judged. Right? And it's like, it's wild. Like you come down here and we, right. I mean, through Run Club, I think is a great example. Yeah. Right. We've met some of the nicest, kindest people, all entrepreneur driven, all people in great freaking shape. Yeah. And you're like, I don't want to eat another piece of pizza ever again. Yeah. And that's where like the environment. Yeah. Like, really. I kind of do. But it's like I want to, but I kind of want to look a little bit better.
Strength and community for sure.
100%. I think that is one of the things that I noticed was, and I was talking to somebody, I can't remember who I was talking to. It might have been a young man who was thinking about moving down here in our group. And I was like, dude, if you move down here, like things are going to start to change, and you're not even going to realize it at first.
Not at all.
You're going to be like, oh, no, I'm going to a cold plunge and coffee on Sunday, or I'm going to church, right? Or I'm going to this fitness event, and like before you know it, you're down to like 12% body fat, and you're in a great shape, and you're like, what the hell happened?
I'm not joking. Like, DC can second to this. The first time I ran over a mile, like I didn't even know how far a 5K was. Like,
we're gonna get into your marathon. That's the next thing.
Literally didn't even know what a 5K was. Like, I'm came down here apartment searching. DC was like, you gotta come to this run club. Like, it's a ton of people. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, how far is it? It's like 5K. I'm like, all right, I don't know how far that is. So boom.
You didn't know how far 5K was?
Zero clue.
Dude, still to this day, sometimes I'm like, how far is 5K? I'm like, I don't know, dude. It's just 5K.
Yeah. So this is, boom. We start running. You know, DC. He's a nut.
He's flying.
He's
hovering over the ground.
He wants to start racing people. I've never ran over a mile in my life. Like, I've done track. I did track football and basketball. Never ran over 200 meters in track. My coach, if you ever try to put me in a 400, I'd be the biggest crybaby. I wouldn't be that, but I wouldn't be happy. And I did run a few. And
you're an athlete.
And then boom, come down here. Yeah, I'll do this 5K. I'm running in like Metcons. Like, I don't know how far I'm about to go. He starts racing. It probably took me over 35 minutes. And not that that's if first one. Hey, I wasn't happy.
So you were going what, like 10 minutes a mile?
Over that.
I was say that's a little over.
I stopped and walked. Like, I'm walking. I'm like, when are we going to turn around? It was the armature one. That was the first route I did. So
you're going down the river walk, right?
And picture, we're not even to the Strad Center yet. And I'm like, already pouting. Like, when do we turn around?
Yeah. That's not too far. That's not too far into it. Like the first way?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not that far into it.
And I'm like, bro, when is this going to end? And we get up, we start going across the river from UT by Curtis Hickson and all that. And I'm still like, bro, I'm not running no more. And then I'm walking, I'm doing all this pouting and stuff. Like, I look like I'm not having a great time. And then, boom, I did do the full route. I'm on my way back. DC gonna treat me like he's gonna run out and be like, come on, man, finish strong. Get behind me, start pushing me on the back. I told him, I said, if I had an RPG, I would have blew out as soon as I started running.
Because you know there's all these hot women around you, like super fit chicks,
and like all
right?
these people, they're cheering you on. I'm like, why are y'all so happy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I was not. But afterwards, I did feel great, and it got me addicted.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, but yeah, first 5K ran in Tampa, and then I got a little addicted. And
yeah, tell us about that addiction. That's a very. I mean, before you dive into that, a good DC story, because I think we all need a DC in our lives.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I think we all need a DC in our lives. If you haven't followed DC, go follow him. All right, just wait on it, DC. But he actually had a post. It was a gratitude post just about, you know, being in the moment, being appreciative of some things. And we talked yesterday, and I told him how I was like kind of stressed out about some things. And he's like, dude, like, let's make sure we sit down and talk a little bit. And I was like, dude, like, thank you, man.
Come on.
Like, come on, dude. And so everybody needs a guy like that in their lives. But DC, when he turned 30, or I think it was either 30 or 31. I can't remember. Is he 31? He's 31, right? All right. Yeah, but he's like fine wine. All right. So he turned 31 and he texted me at like 9:30 at night and goes, yo, I'm running a 31K tomorrow. Meet me here. And I was already in bed. I woke up the next morning and I'm looking at my phone and I was like, nah, this can't be right. Like, he must have done a little typo here. And then I see the video that he sends me. He freaking ran, that's like 18 miles, I think?
Yeah, I don't
Just
know.
randomly out of nowhere?
And it was funny. He had two groups. He did some of it in St. Pete, and I joined him, and it was my then longest run at the time. It was like 5 miles, and I still wasn't happy. I'm like, bro, you had to turn 31? You couldn't have turned 13?
Yeah, he could have done like a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, no. And then boom, even at that time, whenever he turned 31, my longest run was still the 5K.
Yeah, dude.
Boom. We did. I ended up going 6 miles for his birthday, so that shows you how much I loved him at the time.
Amen to that. Well, I was nervous because I'm turning 30 at the end of August. That's when guys hit their prime, dude. All right, 30 to 35. All right, I saw your energy. You're talking about energy. I read it right there. But that's what I've been telling people. I'm like, nah, like 30 and 35 is the prime.
It's a great age.
Yeah, for my own sanity and mental health. He said, he was like, dude, when you turn 30, he's like, what are we doing? And in my head, I'm like, don't answer the question because I know I'm going to get roped. Yeah, 30 push-ups, right? I know I'm going to get roped into like some crazy fitness event. And, but no, I was just thinking about that. So, all right. So you started with a 35-minute 5K and then you did the second half of DC's birthday run. And then I remember one of the days you weren't at Run Club. I think you were at Buddy's and I was like, where's Maeze? And I think he was like, well, I think he's running like 17 miles tomorrow. And then you went and ran like 17 miles just randomly, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened last weekend?
Shoot. Last Saturday, I ran my first marathon. It won't be my last. I got to get redemption, but
I'm gonna run one with you too. I'll put it here. Eventually, I will. I've only done halves.
Ran my first marathon. That's crazy. In less than a year from running, I had my first 5K medal May 27th, and that was April 26th, and I got a marathon medal. I worked my way up. I did a 5K race, 10K race, 15K race, half marathon, then the full. And now I'm signed up for a triathlon.
Dude. All right. So I got a lot of questions floating around in my head here. So when did you hit the wall? You had to have hit the wall, right?
Yeah. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Mile 17. I was
17?
Yeah. I had 9 miles of calf cramps, like immobilizing. I'm like,
Say that again. You had 9 miles of calf cramps?
Yes.
That sounds horrible.
Let me pull it up and show you.
9 miles of calf cramps is something that most people probably don't want to experience.
Like couldn't move. I'll try to show
Were
you.
Were you having any electrolytes and stuff? Oh my God.
So I would run until it did that again.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can see this, but his calf is locking up. Oh, low battery. But you can literally see his calf locking up in the video.
3 times a mile from mile 17.
Oh, dude.
No exaggeration. Running, I seen a dude stiff as a board on the ground like this, just like getting carried off. I said, that's literally going to be me.
Like rigor mortis?
Like,
he's locked.
He's just like this, not saying a word. I was like, that's literally going to be me. I'm like,
And that was that was at 17? That was at mile 17?
19, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know
before
where
20.
I seen him.
Before 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, boom, my quads, calves cramping up. I go the wrong way for half a mile. I'm damn near by the finish line. People are like, you're almost there. Keep going. I'm like, they said it like probably 10 times to me. I'm not even thinking anything of it. Like, I'm not almost there. Like, quit saying that.
Excuse me, guys. I know I went wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know where.
So I'm by the finish line. This is like mile 19 or 20. And I'm like, I'm not almost there. Quit saying that. So I'm reading some signs. And I see all these people on one side and like nobody on the other side. And it's the 5K and the half marathon running. And then the 10K and the marathon on the other side, there's no one because nobody was supposed to be finishing yet. So I'm like, I see that sign. I walk back to the course, the half mile, and I just start left, right. So
I mean, what's your pace at this point? Are you like power walking?
Yeah.
Just an aggressive walk, probably at that point.
No, I mean I would jog until my calf did that, and then I couldn't move.
Yeah.
And then I would dig it out whenever I could, like bend over to dig it out, and then truck it again. And there was hills. If you've ran the Nashville Marathon, you know about the hills. And couldn't train with that here. Not that I probably would have. My training regimes are not great.
You don't have training regimes. You just send it to the moon and just hope for the best.
It's just a feeling. Yep, I'll go do 17. I'll be all right.
And that was exactly the tone you told me with it. Like, you were just like, no, I'm going to run 17 miles tomorrow. And I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, Maze.
And it's like, boom. It's kind of dumb. Not that, I mean, yeah, it is
no
dumb.
Way.
I can call it that, but
fucking
because
cool,
when
dude.
I did the 17 miles, I was like, I want to test myself. When do I need water? So I didn't touch water.
Oh, okay, that might be dumb.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the general running.
So I'm running the 17 miles. I'm like not touching water. It's mile 8. I'm like, all right, I'll drink some water. And then I was running with someone. He's in the military, so he had the big ruck march bag.
Oh, he was rocking it?
Yeah, and so he's a little bit further back, and I don't have the water. So mile 8, I find the water station on Bayshore. I'm just not near me, so I just keep going.
Yeah.
I run from South Tampa. I ran like 3 miles in that area, hit all of Bayshore, ran to Armature, ran back, caught back up with him by the bull, and then that's when he had more nutritious stuff. And then I got back to Bayshore and seen how far it was. I was like, okay, dude, I got to go back all the way over there.
I did my own half marathon the morning of the Gasparilla one because I couldn't get into the Gasparilla one.
Oh, tell them why.
Yeah.
How many times I tell you sign up for it?
I didn't realize. This is on me, all right? This is on me, coach. It was on me.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how fast that thing filled up. And you had sent it to me probably a month or so before, and I was like, I'll sign up. And then I think when I went, I was probably like 2 to 3 weeks before it, and it was all sold out. And I was like,
seeing
dude,
you weekly
what the
too
hell?
at Run Club. You sign up yet? Oh, I got it.
I got you. And I was like, I'll sign up. And then I went to sign up, and I was like, oh my God, it's all sold out. And I remember feeling like a total loser because I was like, dude, why didn't you just sign up like a month ago, like everybody else? And I was like, I totally wanted to do this. And then that Saturday when we were at Run Club, everybody was wearing the orange, I can't remember. It was a Nike, I think it was a Nike event. And everybody was wearing the orange shirt, and everybody was running the Gasparilla half marathon the next day.
Yeah.
So nobody was going to go too hard or anything. And everybody's like, did you run it? And I'm like, dude, fuck off. No, I'm not.
I'm going to run my own.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't need a medal.
So then I was like, you know what? This is on me. I need to do something about this. I'm just going to run my own half marathon by myself. And so that night I went, after Run Club, I went home and I went on Google Earth and I said, I don't want to run it in Tampa because I don't want to accidentally run into anybody in the Gasparilla one. I'm going to St. Pete by myself. And I mapped out 13.1 miles and I ran the pier at St. Pete. I ran all the way down the coastline, and then I ran, it's called Snell Isles, I believe. It's like these beautiful neighborhoods next to kind of the pier. And I had my phone out, and I just mapped it out on my phone and looked at the streets to turn down and ran 13.1 miles. And I needed to do it, and then I didn't tell a soul about it until I made the video. And then I put it up, and people were like, dude, you ran a half marathon by yourself? I was like, I couldn't deal with you guys running one and me not running one. I got 0 medals for that, 0 T-shirts. Just came home and had a big
If it makes
pancake.
you feel any better, it was actually a great race. Like, it was fun.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Now you got some cool gear.
No,
It's still, I don't think I'll ever get a better medal than that one.
Oh, thank you.
Like,
That's
it's
good.
actually an
That's
awesome
good.
one.
I really appreciate that.
Pre-registration. Sign up right now.
Well, that's where, when you said, I think I said in the caption, I'm going to sign up for next run right now. Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen. I'm running the Gasparilla Half Marathon next year. Sign me up right now. All right. I don't know if I can do that.
Wow.
So then you just have decided to go into be a triathlete now.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't have the exact answer. I was actually in the airport. So, like, I was stuck I was in Nashville.
You make quick decisions just on limbs.
Yeah,
don't you?
it was 8 a.m. Arrived in Nashville. Couldn't check into my Airbnb until 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting in the airport with some people from Tampa, and I'm like, it's been up on my laptop. So anytime I open up my laptop, it's right there.
Oh, it's
And
staring
so
you in the face.
Get out my card.
What goes through your head with that, right? Because there's probably a lot of people who are like, I want to do that. I want to have the courage to do that. And then they're just like staring at the freaking laptop. And then they don't do it. Like, what is difference in your head versus the people who don't end up signing up for that?
It goes back to what we talked about is action. It's like, it could have stayed on my laptop. But
I mean, do you have any like emotion in that when you're doing it, or do you just kind of numb out your emotions and just like do this right now, Maezi?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not an emotional decision. It was just been up there, and like I told myself I wanted to do it. It was like, well, the sooner I like commit to it, now I got to start training for it.
And so, all right, so have you started training for it?
No, I actually think I have a stress fracture in my foot from that.
Oh,
marathon.
perfect. That's exactly what we want.
Diagnosed stress fracture.
Mm.
I'm gonna go to the doctors. They're gonna tell me put it in a boot.
Yeah, can't really swim or run or bike with a boot.
I can swim actually right now without.
You just
I
gonna
won't
float
do
around?
any running. Doggy paddle.
All right. So when is that triathlon?
September 13th in San Diego.
All right. In San Diego.
Yeah. And I think that's also what I like doing with it is the traveling too. It's like,
yeah, dude.
Boom. It gives you a better reason to travel. So my little brother will actually be living out in San Diego. Go see him, do a triathlon.
Yeah.
And have fun. San Diego's beautiful.
Beautiful city or beautiful area.
It's like the homeless capital, and I can see why.
I saw, dude. If I was homeless, I would try to go to San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. What else is there? I think I got a question for you.
What do we got?
What made you want to start your mental fitness coaching?
I was a product of mental fitness. I was somebody who needed help. I was somebody who didn't know what to do when I was in my early 20s. I thought I was underachieving with what I thought I was capable of. And I was really lucky. And this is where I think, like, I believe in God. I believe in, right, looking back on things, why certain things happen. I graduated from college and I lost this job that I loved, and that was the start of it. It was a piece of it. It wasn't all of it. And a couple months later, I was working out at St. John Fisher College in Rochester, New York, which was the college that I went to. And an old basketball coach named Scott Gibbs saved me. He really saved me. He walked up to me, saw me, and we had a great relationship, and he asked me how I was doing, and I was like, I'm fucking lost right now. I was like, I don't know how I'm doing. I was like, I could use some help or somebody just to talk to, because, and I think a lot of guys struggle with this, is we suffer silently.
Yeah.
Right? We've been raised to provide and protect, and when we can't do that for ourselves, that's something that we don't really want to talk about unless we feel ridiculously safe to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I was keeping it all in, and I just needed to kind of, I think, get it all out. And luckily, Coach Gibbs was that guy, right? Be that guy who lets people kind of, right, express what you're feeling. He didn't judge me. We literally sat in the St. John Fisher training room for 3 hours, and he just let me get it all out. And at the end, I was like, I feel great. I was like, that's the best I've felt in 6 months. And for the next 3 years, he basically coached me. He basically mentored me on stress and confidence, habits, mental fitness. And we decided to start calling it mental fitness because mental health has a very big stigma around it. And personally, I believe the cure to mental health is fitness, right?
Yeah.
Mental fitness, right? Training your mind to look for those things that are, why is your life good, right? What's the 10% that this thing is going to help me with? Really changing your perspective on challenge and stress and anxiety. And actually this week, I re-upped my mental fitness subscription, and I had maybe like a month or so where I hadn't re-upped it, and I could tell that I was getting more stressed. And so long story short, my mental fitness thing is we partnered with this company called Positive Intelligence, and they created this app. It's really cool. It's a mental fitness app that gives you daily mental fitness workouts for your thinking. Teaches you about innovation, empathy, curiosity, exploration, discovery, all of these things that help you kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah.
And so for like the last month or so, I had to cut off a subscription because I had transferred into a different piece of our Be That Guy stuff. So my subscription was no longer valid. And I realized that I was trying to do all of my work without my mental fitness work, and it was stressful. It was very stressful. And so I literally re-upped it today. And as of literally doing this podcast, and I did some reps today, and it drastically made me feel better. Right. And literally the thing that it said was, I want you to think about a challenge that you're faced with in your life right now. And I want you to remove one of the constraints that you are putting on that challenge. Could be resources, could be people, time, money. And so what I did was I was thinking about, all right, growing this business. I was like, all right, what if I removed the money aspect of it? How would I operate? And I started to think about all these creative things I would do. I started to think about how much more relaxed I would be. And now obviously my hyper rational of it is like, you can't just remove money from things, yet it does put your focus somewhere else. And it made me feel better. So that's just like a quick little example of how I kind of got involved in mental fitness, and the right guys love it because they want to be physical machines and they want to be mental machines, right? They want to know how to be empathetic, how to be kind, how to listen well, how to be there for somebody. And that takes everything that's between your ears. It doesn't matter if you got a six pack or big biceps at that point, right? It matters what kind of heart and what kind of brain you got.
Yeah.
So that's how I got involved with mental fitness.
Boom. Yeah. So yeah, how do you encourage people to like kind of let help you? Like, I mean, that's something I kind of struggle with. Like, not like it's not necessarily that I think I'm too tough. It's just more of like, I'm more stubborn. It's like, boom, I don't need it, blah blah blah. Like, not that I like, but everyone has problems and things like that. And when we talked about, I'm like, I choose to be happy. I choose to be happy, even though I'm not always happy. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. Like, it could boil up and things like that. So it's like, what advice would you have for someone that's like doesn't let help them? Because I mean, yes, everyone needs some sort of mental help.
Yeah.
Long story short,
without a
everyone
doubt.
like people need to talk about it, yada yada, and things like that. So it's like I don't want people to think that boom, choose to be happy, do this. Like there are going to be times that you aren't happy. It's just more of controlling your reactions, all this stuff. So it's like, I feel like I'm doing a good job at it, but and then there's sometimes I feel kind of like emotionless. I'm like, damn, do I not care? And then sometimes I'm like, I feel like I just care about the right things. So it's like, yeah, it's
LeBron James, Oprah Winfrey, and Bill Gates. Do you know what they all have in common?
They're rich.
Besides them being rich? They all have mentors and coaches.
Yeah.
And so to think about them being the epitome of, let's say, the epitome of success, right? Financial success, their impact, things like that. Why do they have coaches? Right? Why do they have mentors? Why are they still asking for advice or guidance or leadership when, how old are you?
25.
25. Just getting started. 25 and 29-year-old DJ. Why are we so reluctant to ask for a coach or ask for a mentor? And that's one of the number one things that I see with these young men. You haven't lived until you've had a 16-year-old guy say, I don't want to fucking talk to you. Right? And it's like, dude, I'm here to help. Right? Yeah. I'm here to because I know what the next 5 years of your life is going to look like, especially if you're going to college. And I know the stressors that are going to hit. I know the overwhelming feeling of the classes. I know the overwhelming feeling of balancing your social life. And then eventually you get to drink and the meal plans and exercise and your studies. And then you miss your friends back at home. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Right. And so a lot of these young men, as I talked about earlier, silently they're struggling, yet they don't want to be open to being influenced, to being consciously influenced. Right? I think a lot of them are unconsciously influenced by social media and the things that they just see on their screens. Yet there's a level of coachability required and a level of vulnerability required to get better, right? Because we have to basically believe that where we're at right now is not sufficient to where we want to be, right? Whether that's in school, whether that's in relationships, finances, personal growth. So you have to actually be open to getting better, to wanting to improve. And what I've been trying to position this as an advantage to these young men. It's like, hey, you're going to actually have an advantage over people, right? You're going to have an advantage over your friends, right? And I've been trying to really use some of my creativity and marketing where it's like, I only really want to work with the top 1% of guys, right? Like be that guy, right? Be that guy who's the top 1% of your friends when it comes to your mentality, your physicality, your discipline, confidence, all of that. So right now, there might not be a lot of guys who even want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yet,
especially at that age.
Right, especially at that age. Yet, the guys that we do have in our group, at the time of this recording, almost 20 guys in our group, those guys come to these sessions, come to these group sessions, they want to listen. They want to get better. They want to ask questions and have other people's ideas get shared. And that's where it's like, those are the young men who I believe are going to take over the world. Those are young men who I think are going to have beautiful time through their 20s. Yes, they're going to go through things. Yet this is the preventative maintenance. So that when you do fail a test, your girlfriend does break up with you, your buddy does do something mean to you, or you do mess up at a sporting event, it doesn't destroy you, right? You breathe, you work yourself through it. You find the gifts, the opportunities, you work yourself through that challenge. And instead of going super high and super low, you kind of stay on these even keels and you have these waves instead of these valleys and these mountains.
It's like preparing for it.
Preparing for it, right? Why do we work out, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we work out to be strong, yet I also work out so that when I'm 50, 60 years old, I can make it up the stairs to chase my grandkids or something.
Yeah.
Right? So we do it, we're preparing ourselves for the future. And I think we forget sometimes that because we can't see what's inside of our head, I think we sometimes forget to prepare that too.
Yeah, definitely. And it goes back, sport, I've heard so many great things throughout sport, great things to live by, all that. And it's like, you could take this to a lot of things. Like, you don't rise to occasions, you sink to your training.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about it, it's like, how far did I run before my marathon? 17 miles.
17 miles.
And when did I cramp up? 17 miles. I sunk to my training.
Such a creature of habit there, Maezi.
Yeah, sunk to my training. I didn't rise to the occasion, but I was doing great, actually, but I was on pace to finish 3:45. None of that matters. I sunk to my training, in which was 17 miles. So as you're talking about all these things, it's like you're preparing your mind for these things in life. You don't want it to happen, but you're preparing your mind. So when it does happen, it's not panic mode.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I think it's a good thing for young men for sure. And especially, like, I know personally being a product of like a single mother, it's like there was no one strengthening my brain.
Yeah.
Well, my mom was like, that was my mom and my dad, but it's like all kids want a father figure and things like that. So I think that's a great thing for people with single parent households. So it's like they don't have that father figure. And like, I've had great mentors along the way, like people in my life, just being from a small town and all that. I've had great people. It wasn't even that, but I think it's a great thing. And ultimately, yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So we appreciate you doing what you do, man.
Amen, brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, you said your mentor, some of the mentors that you've had. Who's a mentor besides your mom, right? Who's a mentor who had like a really, really big impact on you, and what did they do?
Oh, wow. I love this. I would say Sean McCartney, and what he did was just...
Who is Sean McCartney?
Sean McCartney. He was my Young Life leader in high school.
Young Life Leader.
Young Life leader.
That's a sweet title.
Yeah.
It's an awesome title.
He definitely has a way bigger title, but he was my leader. But it's like, he was just there. Like we never even... we've dove deep actually, but it's like one of those things is like I just felt comfortable with him and like still talk to him to this day. And now he's changed my family's trajectory. Even my little brother's he's done amazing work in my little brother's life. And it was funny, like I was the first person he met whenever he moved to my town for Young Life. And then like I would say he helped my spirituality and everything. Like I never went to church, but it was like, I'll go with him. And it's like, so things like that, like, he was just there. I can't tell you, like, that's just being there.
So I think that's the secret.
Yeah.
I don't think, and this is something that I'm still trying to work on, and I think it requires suppressing your ego and not trying to solve people's problems. And just being there.
Yeah.
And just listening. And I was listening to a podcast with Simon Sinek this morning, actually, and he had on, I can't remember the individual's name. He climbed Mount Everest, I believe, and he has a very famous picture on National Geographic after surviving an avalanche. Corey Richardson, maybe? But their talk was about mental health and how this individual he was interviewing struggled with it a lot especially after climbing Mount Everest. And he shared some stories of some moments in his life when people were there for him, and that was it.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't say, hey, like, what can I do to help? He explained this one scenario when he was really struggling. He was at his house. He was laying on his stomach, and somebody a really good friend, came over and just laid on top of him. Laid on top of him. And Simon Sinek got a little emotional. I'm trying not to get emotional talking about it. Simon Sinek got a little emotional when he said it. He goes, she literally just laid with you, and it saved your life. And that was it. And so I think in this big, grand scheme of life, we really just want people to be there.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Right? Like, you don't need to, we all got our own shit. We all got our own problems. We all got our own history and experiences. The greatest moments of my life were with people when we just were there. Like, that was it. We didn't need to know where we were going that night. We didn't need to know what girls we were texting. We were just there.
No doubt about it, man. Yeah, 1,000%. The power of presence.
Ooh, the power of presence. All right, Maezi, I got one more question for you.
I'm all ears.
How much time we got? Oh, we're a little over here. It's all right. Maybe they'll let us keep going.
If you made it this far,
I was about to say, hey, if you guys made it this far, we really appreciate it.
Yeah,
all right?
no doubt.
We just kind of been freestyling.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
So I wrote down fun questions. If you could help 18-year-old Maezi, what would you do for him?
Oh, man. He was way more emotional, vocal. I started college at 17, so I was a sophomore in college at 18.
Okay.
So
Genius.
He was just tell him it's okay, like it's going to be okay, and like
okay from what?
Like the future. I was like worried about the future. I mean, at that age, I was still chasing NFL dreams. Like it's like the future was scary. Didn't think about it too much, and just let me think. Got a little deep.
I mean, dude, the last like 30 minutes we've been digging, man.
Yeah, just like yeah, it's okay. Like there's a path. It's not always gonna go the way you want it to go. Things ever change. Everything that was gonna happen for a reason, and like to thank God for the doors that He did close, and because like other ones were open, I'm just staring at certain doors. So it's like thank God for closing those doors. Thank God for putting me through the things I had to do. Like those are things. Like, do I think I would still be where I was if I went through everything? Like, maybe not this spot, but, like, I'm confident in my head. I was like, all right, I don't think I was going to end up in a terrible place or anything like that. But it was like, not everything's going to go as planned. And that's what's going to be okay.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, I was on, so every day in our Be That Guy community, I put a little video or something in there for all the guys to look at. And a couple of days ago, I had an interesting idea. I went on ChatGPT, and I said, design me something that's going to inspire me, something like little. And it said that life happens in the detours. And I was like, fuck, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I was like,
artificial intelligence.
Going in. And I thought about that, and I put a little picture into the group, and I said, guys, I just want to throw this in here. Right? We're all going to have plans of where we think things go. And then that plan is going to get pushed one way, and then it's going to get pushed another way. And then a week, a month, a year, 2, 3 years later, we look back and like, that wasn't even close to what I thought was going to happen. And I think that magic of life, right, going back to the uncertainty, it's in those detours.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm thinking about, all right, 18-year-old Maezi, you said, hey, it's going to be okay. I feel like that advice is so valuable to 18, 19, 20-year-olds, because I would have said something along the lines of, you're going to be okay, and everything that you're about to go through over the next 4 years is going to build you into the man that you are.
Yeah.
And you need it. Right? And it's going to create your path.
Yeah.
Even if that path is really scary and really unpredictable at times, hold on as hard as you fucking can. And it's going to be worth it.
Yeah. And things may not even go bad, but it's just more of things like, if things go as planned, amazing. But if they don't, like, it's not end all be all.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And I was also telling, like, he was going to run a marathon and see his reaction. And then sign up for a triathlon. I'm like, hi, you're running a marathon.
Do you think 18-year-old Maezi could have done that?
I'm confident, yeah, but he probably would have.
He's a D1 football player, dude.
But
guy's an animal. He's built different, dude.
He probably would have been like, yeah, okay, buddy. Crack is crazy in the future. No, that's funny. But yeah, that would be funny if to like hear someone tell me I was going to run a marathon when I was 18 years old. I'd be like, yeah, okay, buddy.
Yeah.
But I did.
Yeah. I wonder why sometimes, like, we're so quick to doubt ourselves sometimes. I doubt myself all the time, and then I'm kind of like, who cares?
Yeah.
Right? Like, if I do this thing and it doesn't go wrong, it's like I've had hundreds, probably thousands of things not go the way I wanted to. And one of my favorite quotes is, fear killed more dreams than failure ever will. And so we actually never actually just take the step. And typically, if you take the step and you fail, it's more rewarding. And this guy actually in the Simon Sinek podcast said failure isn't real, which is a pretty interesting concept. But if you take the step and you don't get the result that you want, I think that feels better than never taking the step at all.
Yeah.
You see that hot girl over there at the pool? It's going to be way better to go over there and say, hey, what's up? And have her tell you to fuck off versus never saying something to that girl and being like, man, she could have been the one.
Yeah.
Right? You can rest easier that night.
No doubt about it.
Like, imagine if you never started Buddies. Imagine if that napkin was just sitting on your fridge.
Man. I'd be in another factory. It's like, nah. See, yeah, I think about things. I'm like, nah, that wouldn't. I would be different. But yeah, nah. Thinking about it too, it's like, boom. When I was first about to sign up for the triathlon, I was about to do like a duo. So I'm like, I'm never doing the swim. Like, I don't want to swim that far.
Yeah.
And then it's like, boom, I signed up for the full thing. So it's like, I'm just more stubborn. Like, my goal, like, I think DC told me this, like, or had a goal of this, like, say yes to everything. Take it how you want, but say yes to as many things possible. And
I'm pretty sure he told me that too.
Say
and
yes.
I was like, yes to everything?
Say yes to everything. And like, and that helped me get the spot where I'm at Buddies today, actually. Looking back, it's like, one of my guys hit me up to come tour this gym. And I'm like, I had zero parts of me that wanted to go there. I knew it was about to take time. And I'm like, all right. Walk in the gym, boom, they had a spot for me. So that's the long story short. Yeah. So it's like, boom, do that. If I would never said yes toward that gym, Buddies would not be alive right now. It would be alive in the future, but like, it would be a whole different story. Yeah, but I took that detour doing something I didn't want to do, and now it's planting the seeds and starting the fire of the
life's magic lies in the detours.
Say yes to everything. That's the advice I got.
All right, so for all the young guys listening right now, 18 guys who are, let's say, 16 to 24, what is one piece of coaching you would give them to be that guy?
Accepting it. Don't be too arrogant. Be a sponge. Take everything in. Not everything might be for you, but there might be that one thing that you do here that's like they can change it. Like those small one little liners, them small pieces of coaching can change your life drastically. It's like the discipline and taking extreme accountability for everything, letting help, and things like that. So it's take coaching. Sport, like if you're not in sport, if you're in sport, how do you get better in sport? You listen to your coaches, you learn from them. They might not tell you everything that you do want to hear, but they'll tell you things that will help you. Like let help.
Let help. Maezi, I appreciate you, bro.
No, I appreciate you,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you
I'm
so
honored
much.
to be here.
Thank you so much for this, dude.
This is amazing.
I think I remember the first time I met you, I was like, man, this guy's got some great hair. I was like, that was the first thing I thought of, and then I got to meet who you really were, and I'm very grateful to know you, man. I think you make me a better man. I think you are one of my best friends down here in Tampa.
Appreciate you, man.
And I really appreciate you, brother. So thank you for being here.
I ain't that great, but I appreciate you, man.
Come on, man.
Appreciate you.
And where can people find Buddies and everything?
Buddies Juice Bar, 515 North Newport Avenue. I got the best shakes, best juices, wellness shots, and the cheapest. Conveniency, keep your health convenient. I'm not going to break your neck on charging you for a drink, so.
And a golf simulator.
And if you wanted to, there's a wood fire sauna, ice bath that I could get you in, but don't everyone come at once.
If you use code DJ at checkout, you get like 25% off. We'll make sure that happens.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning into the show. If you got something useful or something entertaining from today's episode, all I ask is that you give us a like or a rating or even write a review. This helps a ton with getting this podcast out to other young guys so they can hear this information. Thank you so much for all of your support and keep being that guy. We'll see you guys.